just to accommodate what fits you best. So on our top right corner, you're going to find that it says settings. So that's actually the quickest way to access our settings. Down below, you'll see a few tabs. There's a volume bar, and it's going to be on the left and right hand bottom side of the screen. The middle button is the home button, so it'll always take you back no matter what application you're in, setting, message, search. You can always press the bottom home button and it'll take you back to the main screen. The button on the left side of the home button will just pull up the history of applications you've had opened. Sometimes you'll need to go in here to close out a few of the applications. And the way to do that, you'll just swipe your finger from either left to right, right to left. It'll work both ways. And just clear the screen. Now going back into our settings. Here you'll find that you have the options to connect to Wi-Fi. Let me see, we have our home screen. You always want to make sure it's set on the Biblezon launcher. If you ever go into the regular launcher, it's just going to take you to the Android launcher, and it may clear all your applications. So we want to make sure you never delete this. Okay. So here in the settings, you'll find the Wi-Fi, the sound, display, storage, battery, apps, language and input, security if you want to set up a personal lock. Okay. So once you're in the settings options, you'll see that it says Wi-Fi. I'm going to show you how to connect to the Wi-Fi next. So first off, you always want to make sure that it's turned on. And the way you turn it on and off, you'll just slide it over to where it says off, and it'll disconnect you to Wi-Fi. Or if you slide it over to the right, it'll connect it on. You will need to connect it to your router, so make sure you know the name to your router once you're doing this. When you find yours, if you're needing a password, make sure you're just, let me go ahead and forget this so I could show you. Okay, so here's our router. You'll get the option for the password, and so if you do have a password set up, just make sure you're familiar with your password. If you're needing to get that fixed, I'm pretty sure you could just get with your internet provider and they'll either reset it for you or they'll provide you with your password. Okay, so you'll just hit connect once you enter your password. It'll go from authenticating up until connected, so you'll know you're connected once it reads connected. If you ever put in the wrong password, it'll say authentication error, so you'll know then something wasn't right. So once you're connected, you could either go to the home screen, or we also have the back button, so you can always push the back button if you're wanting to adjust something else. Under device, you'll see that we have display, so you can always play with the brightness settings, the wallpaper on the back. We're very limited to what we do have for wallpapers, but if you're wanting to change what we have, you'll have your options here. Okay. Under display, you'll also find it says sleep. What you want to do here, I'm not sure if you've noticed, sometimes it'll close you out of the tablet or it'll just turn off this way. It's set currently to a minute, and so if you're on your tablet and you haven't touched it for over 60 seconds, it will sleep on you. The way to get out of this, you'll just use the right-hand button on the bottom of the screen. I'm sorry, on the side of the screen. It'll take you to the locked screen. All you do is just swipe it over. And then you'll just set it to whichever time you'd like. So if you'd want it open for about 10 to 30 minutes, your choices are there. For the most part, we sometimes put it on never. If you ever put it on never, just be sure that you remember to turn off or sleep your tablet. And the way to do that once more is this clicker right here. And you'll find it on the side of the tablet. You'll also see that you can change the size for the applications and just the settings in general. So you can change it to small, normal, large, and huge. I have it set to huge right now, that way it's a little bit easier for you to see. And then of course, if you want to play around with your tablet, you'll find that there's many more settings options that you can change on here. And so you'll find all of that in the settings. Another thing I just want to go over real quick, when setting up your tablet, you can set up a security lock, so that way when you lock your tablet or unlock your tablet, it's not just swiping it over to unlock. You can set up either a pattern or a code. The only thing we do recommend is writing it down somewhere and storing it in a place you won't forget, because once you set up your own password, we don't have access to unlock that for you. It would be set up with the password you originally set up yourself or the pattern you set up yourself. If this does happen, we will ask you to mail back the tablet to us, and we'll send it over to our technical support team to unlock it for you. Okay, so now back to our home screen. So I showed you our settings. Settings is going to be the top right corner. Another way to access the settings is just sliding your finger from the very top of the tablet screen, and that's, you'll see it says owner, brightness, settings, the Wi-Fi, auto rotate. You can lock it. So right now it's on auto rotate, so the screen will switch with you as well. You can put it in portrait or landscape. If you lock it, it just won't give you access to do that anymore. It'll just stay in portrait mode. Okay, so let me go ahead and unlock that actually. Okay, so here you'll find our search. Once you select it, it'll take you into our encyclopedia. And so if you're needing to look up anything, you'll just search it. And everything will come up for you. Okay, going back to the home screen, you'll see we have language options as well. So we do have English and Spanish. The tablet does come in English only. If you select Spanish, it will change the lettering and the content into Spanish. However, our applications do come in English. And so basically it'll just change any language barrier on there into Spanish. So we'll keep it on English mode. Below you'll see message. On the message list is where we'll be sending you announcements. We'll let you know when there's an update available, whenever a new application is available, pretty much a newsletter. It'll either be weekly or monthly. You'll get a notification anytime something is new, we'll let you know. And so you'll find that here. Okay, back to the home screen. Below where it says Biblezon is where you'll find all of our applications. And so I'll show you, you can actually flip the page. Per page there are 9 applications that are on here. And so the tablet comes preloaded with about 22 to 24 applications. So you could flip back and forth on the tablet.